Hi everybody, my name's Shash, author of Mindfulness for Dummies, and today I'm going to be showing you a graph of what happens when you have a small daily habit. I'm also going to explain to you why today in particular, what date is it today? 29th of September, is actually a particularly good day to start planning to cultivate a new habit. The reason is because of tomorrow is the last day of the month, and then the day after, we're going to be starting October. And it was stepping into autumn and the winter season as well. So even more important to start thinking about this topic. So just a little story to show you the power of why the beginning of a month is a particularly good time to start a new habit. And if I cast my mind back to June, I wanted to get into the habit of teaching mindfulness every day, every morning with a group and being part of a group and meditating with a group. And so I set a goal for July and I made a commitment, and the group made a commitment to show up every morning. I think it was at 8 o'clock every morning for the whole month. And because we'd all kind of signed up for it, and we'd made the agreement, and they'd booked it, I had to show up. They had to show up, and we had a great time. And that has become a habit now, and has been going since then. So July, August, so we've done it for almost 90 days now, and the power of it and starting a habit and starting small is a little bit like I don't know if you've ever heard of the concept of compound effect. The compound effect is what happens when you save money every month. And what happens financially with money is that people think, and the way our minds work is that you just save money, a bit of a small amount of money, and you'd think that after a long period of time, you'd end up with around that much money. But what happens is a thing called compound effect, which is basically because of the way interest rates work, even though interest rates are low at the moment, maybe if you put it in stocks and shares or something, it would still grow. And what would happen is that rather than going in a straight line, it would start off very low, but then it would start going exponential, growing almost exponentially or growing very fast. And rather than having, if you save £1 a day, you think you wouldn't save that much, but actually, if you do it over years and years, you end up maybe becoming a millionaire or something. I don't know. You end up with high amounts of money. But what gets really interesting is that it doesn't just work for money. The nice thing is it also works for habits, positive habits. So we could almost put well-being there. Well, I'm just going to put the habit or the action to think about what's to go onto that axis. But if you've got a daily habit, let's say meditating every day, and it could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever you decide, or you could join our club if you want. At the beginning, it may not have that much effect, but over time, it would actually have a very big positive effect, and you would start to reap the benefits or the rewards from that. So perhaps you could put the word habit there. You could put the benefits or the rewards of it, the rewards of the habit. And unfortunately, just like positive things can compound in that way, so can negative things. So if you purposely eat or even habitually eat too much chocolate every day, or I don't know, not do any exercise every day for a long period of time, then the graph would go in the other direction in a compound way too. That's why we need to be very mindful and make sure that we go in the right direction as best we can. So the beginning of a month is a great time because we can make a commitment at the beginning of the month and say that, I'm just going to try this for 30 days. And the reason I show that graph is it may look like it's very difficult, but the whole point is it's about doing a small action on a daily basis, so small that it almost seems insignificant. For example, when I wanted to start getting into the habit of practicing meditation every day, rather than thinking I'm going to have to do half an hour or an hour or something like that, because I'm a meditation teacher, I could still start with just one breath and literally get up in the morning, close my eyes, and do one mindful breath, and I've done it. I've done my daily mindfulness meditation, and then I could do more if I wanted to, and if I didn't want to, I didn't. When I wanted to get into the habit of going for a walk every day, I made the commitment of just putting my sneakers on, my trainers on, and I just had to put them on every day. And then if I wanted to go for a walk, I could, and if I didn't want to, then that would be fine too. And then that became my habit too, and that kind of compounded as well. So yeah, so if you think about today, 29th of September, today might be a good day, and tomorrow just to reflect. Okay, what commitments do I want to make for October? What do I need to do a bit more in my life? Is it more community? Is it more connecting with friends? Is it more physical activity? Is it more meditation or mindfulness or yoga or Tai Chi? Or maybe you want to shake things up a bit and you want to learn something new. Let's have a little think. What's happening in your life at the moment? Or what challenges do you face in October? And what could you do? What kind of habit could you put into your life that might be a really nice thing to do? Maybe it's you want to reward yourself with some positive activity that you really enjoy. These are challenging times, so what would be a nice way of counteracting that with something fun? Maybe joining a laughter yoga group, or maybe doing a little bit of gardening every day, or looking after your plants in your home in a more mindful way, or doing some creative activity. So have a think about what you would like to do and share it in the comments below. And have a think about what you would like to kind of bring into your life on a regular basis. That would be a positive thing for you to do. And if you're a mindful coach or consultant or teacher, then maybe today's a good day to share that with others too. Maybe that would be a good activity for you to do today, just to think, hang on a minute, what could I do that could help others? What could I remind people today and tomorrow in terms of cultivating a 30-day habit? And the secrets are keep it very, very small, very, very simple, ideally a daily activity, and ideally at the same time every day, the same part of your routine, and then it's much more likely to become a habit. And also it needs to be something pleasant as well and enjoyable. Habits don't form if it's an unenjoyable experience for you, unfortunately. Just because you repeat it doesn't make it a habit. It needs to have some sort of pleasant reward. So some dopamine is released in your brain. When that dopamine is released, that signals that, okay, that was a positive experience. I want to do that again. So one of the tricks that you can do is after you do, like for example, for the mindful breathing, you do one mindful breath after you wake up in the morning, and then you just smile at the end, and that smile would send a little reward chemical into your brain, and that would make you want it to do it again. I think they're the key things around habits and habit building. As I've mentioned in the past as well, anything that you can do with another person or a group of people or a community, it's much easier to cultivate the habit because of you expect them to be there, they expect you to be there, and you've got that mutual expectation. Like one of my friends, he does running in the forest, in the woods, 3 times a week, and he's been doing it for years. But he has a running partner, and so they both meet on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and they would go and do their run, and then they would have a nice, enjoyable cup of coffee and cake or something afterwards. So they got that pleasant experience at the end. They're both expecting each other to show up at a certain time and place, and so much likely for the habit to set in. So think about that for yourself. Maybe there's a certain person that you connect with on a regular basis to cultivate a habit. So if you haven't joined our daily mindfulness club and you'd like to join a community and do the mindfulness every day, then that could be one particular option for you as well. We meet at 7:30 a.m. every morning. You can just do it for 1 month if you want, and just try it out. Yeah, and it's a live experience every 7:30 a.m. every morning, and then at 8 o'clock we have a little online chat as well about how it went. So you could do that, or you could look around and see what resonates for you, what activity you would like to do, and that would be good for your well-being. So just to summarize what I've shared today, small habits can compound, just like money can compound in our bank account. And although we may think that actually it's not going to make much of a difference in my life, when you do the small activity, even 1 breath a day, or just putting your trainers on, or just calling one friend up every day, these activities start to compound and start having a positive ripple effect, and that improves our lives eventually in a very positive and huge way that we're not expecting. And also this would impact other people too, so the graphs would start going up for the people around you as well. So hope you like my new whiteboard. That's my little investment the other day. It's quite fun. Hope you have a great day, and look forward to connecting to you tomorrow. The other thing that we'll be doing next month is, I think it's Values Month. I can't remember the exact name for it. I'm going to be going through a different value every day, and maybe guiding a meditation around it or a reflection on it too. Someone's saying here, basically, happiness is a choice. Yeah, some people say happiness is a choice. I'm not sure if it's quite as simple as that. Depends what you mean by happiness. Is it just a feeling, or is it cultivating a purposeful life? But I would say it's more than just a choice. It's not an easy thing. We need to kind of cultivate in our lives in all sorts of different ways. And these positive habits, like this one, over time would uh, compound and have a positive effect, and our well-being and happiness could be benefit from that, as well as many other things. Our health too. Um, it takes a little bit of, not necessarily difficult or hard, but we need to work with our psychology. If we say that, okay, yeah, I know meditation is good for me, I'm going to do half an hour a day. For most people, some people it would work, but for many people it may not work. So why is that? It's not their fault. It's because of the way our brains work. You can't suddenly cultivate a massive habit. You need to start very, very, very small, very friendly way towards ourselves with a meditation teacher that we resonate with, and that can end up having a benefit. Thanks a lot for your question, actually. Nice to have that interaction. Okay, great. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye for now.